Your boundaries keep getting ignored, you're making this mistake, thinking that setting them is enough. Setting boundaries is ironically the easy part. Enforcing them and following through, that's where things fall apart. Let's be real. How many times have you set a boundary only to have it crossed? People push, circumstances test, and before you know it, you give in and you self-sabotage. Sounds familiar? Hello and welcome to With Samar Naim. Today, we're diving into boundaries and more importantly, how to enforce them. I will share with you 5 powerful and effective steps so that your boundaries aren't just words, but actions that people take seriously. Stay with me till the end because you don't want to miss the one mindset shift that will change how you approach boundaries forever. So, let's figure this out together. Here are the 5 key steps to enforce your boundaries when life and people push back. Number 1, know your why. Here's something most people get wrong about boundaries. They think boundaries are about controlling others, but they're not. Boundaries are about respecting yourself and teaching others how to treat you. And your boundaries, they're not random. They're a reflection of your needs, your values, and your priorities. When you let a boundary slide, you're essentially allowing someone else's request to take the front seat while your needs get pushed to the back. Over time, that can leave you feeling frustrated, stretched thin, and even resentful. Ask me about it. I know that feeling. But that's why knowing your why and reminding yourself of it is so important. Ask yourself, why did I set this boundary in the first place? What am I trying to protect? My time, my energy, my peace of mind? Or what am I giving up by not respecting it? How does this boundary serve my well-being and my mental health? Keeping your why front and center gives you clarity and makes standing firm a lot easier. With trends like the soft life and quiet quitting, more people are realizing that boundaries aren't a luxury, they're a necessity. Take this for example. If you're naturally a great planner, you might find yourself being the go-to person for work events, family gatherings, and social plans. And while you genuinely want to help, you start realizing that every yes to planning another event means you're saying no to your downtime, your quality time with family, and even your own emotional and physical well-being. When the guilt kicks in, shift your focus. Instead of thinking about what you're saying no to, remind yourself of what you're saying yes to for yourself. Your boundaries aren't about shutting people out. They're about not leaving you out. Number 2, show them, don't just tell them. Many of us communicate our boundaries out of respect, kindness, and being proactive. Yet somehow we still find that some people don't take them seriously or constantly challenge them. If your boundaries keep getting ignored, it's probably because you're sending mixed signals. Boundaries aren't just about saying them, they're about showing them. For example, if you've told your workplace you're unavailable on weekends, but you still reply to emails, you're training them to expect you to. Here's what you can do instead. Set an auto-reply. Thanks for reaching out. I'll get back to you during working hours. Or you can say, I'm unavailable at the moment, but I'll be happy to connect on Monday. The key is to stick to your cutoff time, no exceptions. People will always push boundaries. It's how you respond that sets the tone. Now, I know that unique and unexpected situations and emergencies occur. If you choose to break your boundary during such instances, make sure you note it and you own it. Note it so you know when you are making a conscious flexibility decision instead of turning it into a habitual compromise. And own it so you don't beat yourself up and feel drained. Here's the pro tip. When it comes to boundaries, the show them approach works especially well with manipulative or narcissistic individuals who push limits to see how far they can go. When you show them and stay consistent, you take away their power to manipulate. Number 3, have an accountability partner. We've all been there, setting a boundary and then slipping when no one's watching. That's where an accountability partner comes in. Having someone to gently remind you when you're slipping can be the push you need, whether it's a friend, a partner, or someone you trust. Just knowing that someone will check in with you helps you to stay on track. My husband is my accountability partner. He's the one who calls me out when I start replying to work emails at night after I promised I wouldn't. He would gently say, "I'm only reminding you." It's a simple cue that we've agreed on and that works without feeling like a criticism. Here's a fun way to think of your accountability partner. They are your alarm clock. You might not enjoy listening to them, but you know you have to stay on track. Just make sure you set a gentle tone that you can tolerate. Number 4, practice assertiveness skills. Saying no isn't easy. We worry about being seen as rude or selfish. But here's the thing, assertiveness isn't about being harsh. It's about being clear, firm, and kind. If assertiveness doesn't come to you naturally, the secret lies in practice. And here are some simple yet firm phrases you can use to assert your boundaries confidently. You can say, "I appreciate your request, but I can't commit to it right now." Or, "It doesn't seem that this will work for me, but here's what I can do." An alternative is, "I'm going to have to pass on this one as it really doesn't work within my schedule." Now, if someone keeps pushing, use a technique that is called the broken record technique. And it's about calmly repeating your boundary without over-explaining yourself. Here's an example. Imagine a friend keeps inviting you to a weekly event you're not interested in, but they just won't take no for an answer. Instead of getting frustrated or over-explaining, you can simply say, "Thank you, I won't be able to join this time, but I hope you have a great time." If they insist and persist, just repeat calmly, "Like I mentioned, I won't be able to make it, but thanks for thinking of me." And if they still keep at it, follow with, "I really can't make it, but I appreciate the invite." Pairing this technique with strong body language, such as maintaining eye contact, standing tall, and using a steady tone, doubles its effectiveness. Remember, being assertive is about clarity, not disagreement. Number 5, distance yourself when needed. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, there will be people who won't respect your boundaries. If someone keeps crossing your boundaries, they're probably not just forgetful, they're testing you. It's up to you to show them that you mean what you say. When needed, create emotional and physical distance. Limit interactions, minimize details, and focus on protecting your energy. Distance is about creating the space you need to reinforce your boundary without constant resistance. For example, if someone keeps making passive-aggressive comments about your choices or offhanded comments about your parenting style, you can respond with something like, "Thanks, I've got it covered." And then watch if that makes any change. If not, create a little more space, less conversation, fewer details, and eventually a larger distance. And in some cases, an actual break of relationship. Sometimes the best way to enforce a boundary is by walking away. Here's the one mindset shift that will change how you approach boundaries forever. Picture this. Imagine you're a turtle without its shell. How would you feel? Vulnerable, exposed, insecure, constantly on the edge, worried about what's coming at you from every direction, hyper aware of what could hurt you. Feel that? That's what life feels like without boundaries. But with boundaries, you put that shell back on, and suddenly everything changes. You move confidently, protected, at your own pace, in your own direction. So, The next time you hesitate to enforce your boundary, remember the turtle. Your boundaries are your shell. Wear them proudly. At the end of the day, enforcing boundaries is about consistency. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. So remember the 5 steps I shared with you. Know your why, get clear on what you're protecting, show them, don't just tell them, because actions speak louder than words, have an accountability partner to get the support you need to stay on track, practice assertive skills to set boundaries with confidence, and distance yourself when needed, because sometimes space is the best answer. Let me turn it to you. What's your biggest struggle when it comes to boundaries? Drop a comment below and let's talk. And remember, your support of my channel makes a big difference. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And always remember, you've got this. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.